fellow babies, and welcome to another 42 show here. And no super big bravado intro for this one because in the United States, in Iowa, in Des Moines, we've had a school shooting.
Oh, goody.
Being born in 1970, it still blows my mind that this topic keeps coming up this much because of new events. One sixth grade student has been killed. I think there was 7 shot in total. 17-year-old is the perpetrator. They're releasing that at least people are reporting they're pretty sure it was self-inflicted wounds to the perpetrator that have taken him out. He's done for. IED is being reported as found on the premises as well. So now this is a little heavier than what we usually go into, but has to be spoke of. And as it pertains to the Middle East right now, that is such a rabbit hole of awful that we're not going to cover that here. We'll go into that a bit Friday after the 42 show. But
well, we do have some good news.
This is a great one.
Good news is behind you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. The iPad for my son has shown up. He'll be unboxing this tomorrow. I'll record it.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, everybody who.
We'll be putting this on the show, the little unboxing video, so you can all see him do it. There's some thank yous to do. I didn't build a list from the records of who and whatnot, but if you donated towards that, you know who you are. So give yourself a pat in the back, because my son's going to be happier than a pig in a mud pile. Yeah.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do with an old Christmas tree, Dunk?
Well, I mean, what do we do with Christmas leftovers? Everybody's worried about what they're going to do with their turkey at the end of Christmas. But, Christmas leftovers in Berlin, there's a big pile of post-Christmas cheer on the menu for elephants and other tenants at the Berlin Zoo as they chomp down on Christmas trees that didn't find a home. The tree treats were unwrapped on Thursday in what has become an annual event at this place. Elements tore off branches with their trunks and either gobbled them or tossed them around their enclosure. A bit like my little doggy Dixie. She does that as well. Doesn't make the same noises.
Smaller trees.
But the European bison nestled into the trees before starting to munch on them, and reindeers sniffed and played with the conifers. I mean, look at them just having fun with them. But
yeah,
I mean, I can't ever thought I looked at a Christmas tree and thought, oh, that's delicious.
I know, can you imagine how strong the insides of your mouth must be to eat that thing?
God, can you imagine the poop that comes out?
Oh.
But the zoo only takes fresh, unsold trees from select vendors. It doesn't accept trees from the public, which could contain chemicals or leftover decorations. Just a string of lights coming out the back of an elephant.
Yeah. I've got RGB.
Light that. Yeah. Oh, poor bless them.
Yeah, but now we got that. I think it's a great idea, though. I mean, you got to do something with them. Why just chip them, right? If you got people that want to eat them, or not people, but that was a stupid thing to say.
Yeah, feed the homeless.
Yeah,
Christmas trees.
Christmas tree, sir. Pine tree, sir. But a really cool story about lights is this one. Now, this picture, unfortunately, doesn't do it justice, but this is an apartment window in Russia. And if you were to see this in motion, it's one of those little LED curtain things that you can have a message go across. And on midnight on New Year's Eve, anybody in Russia who owned one of these had a secret firmware installed from the manufacturer. The software came from Ukraine originally. And what it said was Slava Ukraini.
No way.
Yeah, one apartment owner's already going to court for dissension against the military and stuff and whatnot. But now there's more and more reports of it. But
oh, no. I feel sorry for the owners, but bloody hell, that's a good gag.
Yeah, they hid the code. They hid it in the code, and because they're connected to an app, they knew the local time zone, and as soon as midnight hit, what they thought said welcome to my business or blah blah or whatever said
Happy
Slava
Ukraini!
Oh yeah.
Fuck Putin.
So
that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's one of the best stories I've heard this year so far, and it's going to stay at the top of the heap for quite a while, I think.
Yeah, it's sort of like such an innocuous kind of like hacking. It's nothing really bad about it, apart from the fact it's Russian people who are just getting dragged out by the secret police and beaten up.
Yeah. Yeah, and I bet it was some young coder. It's like some 18, 19-year-old person that just went, this is funny. And now people are getting arrested, man.
I'm really surprised they're getting arrested because, it's not their fault, is it, really? Yeah, but oh well.
Yeah. But it's funny. Now, none of this is funny to me. I don't like these guys.
No, we're not doing that story yet. Oh, we're doing the big spider.
Yeah.
Yes, with fangs that could pierce a human fingernail, the largest male specimen of the world's most venomous arachnid has found a new home at the Australian Reptile Park, where it will help to save life. A reptile park? Do they know their species? I mean, I'll tell you what's funny about this.
They have small little parking spots for the spiders.
Now, what's funny about this is that image that it starts off there. You've got the spider with a coin, and it's like, I'm not from Australia. I don't know how big that coin is.
Yeah,
I mean, notice that loads of people around the world, they'll put a coin down as an example of how big it is, and unless you're in that country, you have no idea how big that coin is. It means nothing to anybody.
Oh, here we go. Oh, wait a minute. I turned it off because it kind of creeped me out. But there,
you don't have to look.
Yeah, so
they put a measurement out.
Yeah, if you're metric, that'll make sense to you. In freedom units, it's 200.
Well, I can tell you,
I don't know.
The spider measured 7.9 centimeters from foot to foot. That's 3.1 inches.
I didn't know spider had a foot.
Surpassing the park's previous record breaker from 2018, who was called Colossus. This spider has been called Hercules and was found on the central coast, about 50 miles north of Sydney. It was initially given to a local hospital. What, as a porter? What to do? What? A surgeon?
Mask up, please.
But a spider experts from the nearby park retrieved it and soon realised it was the largest male specimen ever received from the public in Australia.
So he's like hung like a horse, right?
Well, he's a big boy. The Hercules will contribute to the reptile park's anti-venom program, milking to extract venom. You got to have a tiny little stool and tweak the nipples, especially for producing life-saving anti-venom.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
They do say, oh, well, we used to having some pretty big funnel web spiders donated to the park. However, receiving a male funnel web this big is like hitting the jackpot, said Emma Tenney, a spider keeper at the Australian Reptile Park. Whilst female funnel web spiders are venomous, males have proven to be more lethal.
I wonder if he's a Ford or a Holden bloke. Car joke.
Okay.
Anybody in Australia will know what I'm talking about if you're into cars.
Okay. All right. We'll leave that one there. We'll draw a line into that one.
Yeah.
What if they did a bloody Christmas tree?
Shelly Winters in the chat says funnel web bite rots your flesh. Yeah, that's not good. That's the kind of thing that can keep your your social life down. You don't want that.
No.
So the Canadian federal court has just expanded the definition of espionage in a decision to bar a Chinese student from Canada. Why can't you see the rest of that word? There you go. This was from the Globe and Mail originally, but since they're paywall jerks, I had to find it on another site. But sorry, but I mean, what are you going to do? But they say that this kid, this Chinese engineering student, is a potential spy and cannot enter Canada. And it's literally gone through the Supreme Court, and they've had to redefine the definition to make sure they can't get this guy in. I'm not going to go into the case in detail or anything, because that's not what I do. You can find other channels out there that do that kind of thing. But I bring it up because more and more and more China comes up in hacking and concerns over modern wireless for phones and stuff, and we're ripping out their Huawei gear or whatever that company is and whatnot. It's just continuous, nonstop, over and over and over. And so I want y'all to take a thought and a moment here. You can buy a lot of off-brand Chinese little gadgets and stuff for your home, like I just lost it. Android TV boxes and so on and whatnot. Every single one of those should be suspect to you at this point. And you don't want to put compromised devices on your home network that are carrying payloads that can then infect your computers and whatnot. Like Wish and Temu and Amazon and whatnot. There's so many compromised products on there these days. And
yes,
you got to watch it now.
No sex toys that connect to the Wi-Fi.
That's right. Do you really know who's buzzing your thingy? It could be somebody watching your webcam just making you go,
I just beat someone at chess. I had an orgasm at the same time.
That's amazing what they can do these days. So in a case of mistaken identity, could we call this?
Yeah, well, it's amazing what you can find, because a woman is convinced she's found Freddie Mercury rocking out on her spoon.
Idiot.
She's seen a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, can we do the fandango?
Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening indeed. Anyway, back to the story. A Queen superfan was stunned when she spotted the legendary rock singer Freddie Mercury on a teaspoon. Nancy D. Trana's jaw dropped when the iconic yellow leather jacket pose from the 1986 Wembley tour, a striking image of the singer's teaspoon twin, shows a clear head, a body, 2 legs, and the right arm was raised. Just the right number of components to make a Freddie Mercury. But her 13-year-old daughter, Elizabeth, first clocked Mercury looking back at her after taking the silverware out of the dishwasher. However, some of her friends say it looks more like Elvis Presley. Some say George Michael. And what do we say to Dawson?
They're all wrong, because clearly that's Michael Jackson from the Bad video. Same outfit and all. Yeah, that's Michael Jackson. Come on. Yeah. It's obvious.
Yeah, Michael Jackson said a message from the past, and it just got misread as Freddie Mercury.
He's grabbing his pecker and everything. Classic Michael Jackson move,
Oh, dear.
I swear that guy was scared somebody was going to rip it off.
Oh, dear. Oh,
so
silly story.
Yeah, if you're gonna find celebrities in your silverware and stuff, do your research and pick the right one. Get it right. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. So, let's say you're a parent and your child has a few symptoms, not feeling well and stuff. You could go to ChatGPT to help it diagnose what's going on. And there was some testing done, and it errored out 83% of the time. So you could do it, but don't. For the love of God, don't.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did a comparison of people just using Dr. Google and how often that gets wrong as well.
I wonder. But yeah, so ChatGPT may be good at helping you create a YouTube channel where you're stealing somebody else's footage and stuff and just AI narrate it over top, but it's not very good at saving your children.
No.
That's
Not
a
yet.
topic I'm going to bring up on Friday after show because, oh, wow, is shit out of control right now. But that's more of a dive than a gloss over. So, yeah. We'll get there coming up. Where am I supposed to go now here, dude?
Yeah. So last what was it? I can't remember which show it was. Just a couple of days ago.
We just talked about the drunk fuck.
We reported about Liam Gallagher is now going dry for the year, or at least 6 months. He's given up the booze, but he's not exposing himself in public. The e-fit of a flasher who looks just like Liam Gallagher as Oasis fan in stitches. The man allegedly flashed a woman in a park in November last year, and the police released a mock-up image of him yesterday, and the people think he looks like the famous singer. They described him as about 5'10", aged 20s, with gelled hair and stubble, and a terrible album.
Don't forget the gelled eyebrows. Look at that. Unless they were photoshopped.
It doesn't even look like a human being. I mean, honest to God, these days you'd think it'd be better than that, but no, can't be. But how
it was probably shot on a Samsung phone that tried to superimpose a picture of the moon on it because it just couldn't tell.
Yeah, just put Liam Gallagher in there. So, locals are convinced he's the doppelganger of the former Oasis frontman.
Hilarious. What
does it look like him? I don't think it does. Looks more like Michael Jackson.
It looks like him like 30 years ago with Photoshop smoothing or something. This guy's creepy. He looks artificial, especially with that "Mama, why did you give me a bowl cut again" haircut. Look at that.
I know.
This guy's one step away from Norman Bates.
On a spoon.
And can I ask a question?
Please do.
Has anybody who's ever been a flasher gone home with a date? It doesn't work, idiots. Why do you do it? What's the...
I've been escorted home by some lovely policemen every now and then, but I don't think that quantifies as a date, but
Yeah. I don't understand.
It's just one of those things. You just got to keep trying. Yeah, one day. One day, my love will find me.
No, okay, no. So in Musk Watch 2024,
dum dum dum.
Yeah, SpaceX has been charged with illegally firing workers who were they were signing the anti-Musk open letter, like the people that were behind that letter that came out. Musk and the team just went through and fired them all, and it turns out that's not legal. Sorry, Elon, but once again, Trump didn't win, and as such, you don't get to write the law.
Wow.
God, he can't seem to get any of this stuff right, but... so I hope that, whatever court or whatever, takes this on and has to follow through with it or whatever the hell. I hope that it's seriously big payouts for those workers, like something that matters, because it should be proportionate to your income, like some places in Europe have for speeding. If you're worth $20 million, you don't get a $60 ticket. You get one that's worth about $12,000 or something, right?
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, it should be, based on your wages. But thing is, I mean, I wonder if he just gets all his staff in front of him and goes, hands up, who likes me? And, right. All those without their hands up, you're fired. Get out.
Exactly. Yeah. And he shows up in like a Speedo to do it, He'd be the type. Yeah.
Just toe the line. Put your hand up. He doesn't, keep your fingers crossed behind your back.
And then this one here, dude, this is like a bold move that actually wasn't a fashion statement.
The dodgy doggy daddy.
Yeah.
Yes, a dad wears a muzzle to the pub in solidarity with his XL bully, which is a dog breed, as he drinks a pint through a straw. Now we should point out the XL bully is on the dangerous dogs list, and it has killed and maimed quite a lot of people, including a story where parents came home and found the dog eating their baby.
Yeah.
Let's just point that out.
The pit bull breed in Canada has bans in a bunch of city centers and whatnot. Like, sorry, you're just not bringing them in.
Yeah, this dog is getting all kinds of legislation and bans worldwide in America and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, this idiot, Eamon McGeady, 51, and his 6-month-old dog Lexi wore matching protective guards on their visit to the Straw Hat pub in Cheshire, after new laws against XL bullies came into force. Eamon McGeady walked to the pub with a mask on and then sat at the bar and drank his pint through a straw. His daughter Ellie, 19, said her dad's actions were to highlight the new legislation on the breed and made her feel proud. She explained they don't agree with the muzzle. Yeah, of course they won't. And said it's not nice to see Lexi hiding before walks because she knows she has to wear it. Ellie also added, other dogs now bully Lexi because she's on a lead with a muzzle on, despite getting evil looks from people. Ellie was proud of her dad for drinking pints through a straw. Yeah, what a hero. To the muzzle and playing with Lexi on the floor. Yeah. The thing is, all these stories is like, oh, the dog is so nice, it's so and they're also like the ones that like chew people's faces off. They go, oh, but it's never done that before. Mm-hmm. It's always been such a lovely dog.
When I was like 4 years old, we'd go to Prince Edward Island for family vacation. And we had this family dog named Caesar, and it was like, they did. And it was like missing an eye, and it was properly crossed. You had to watch yourself around this dog. But it seemed to like me, so I was able to play with it in the living room, and everybody was just like, oh, it's fine, no big deal. Company would come over, and everybody would be like, oh, where's the dog? Where's Caesar? And whatnot. And I look back and think to myself, how fucking expendable was I? I'm the test to see how nice the dog is. You know,
you're the canary.
Jesus Christ.
But it's always the case with these dogs. They're always so lovely and loving and just adorable until they start chewing at someone's arm and then,
yeah.
Sorry.
Now, if you've ever heard conspiracy theorists like young earth creationists, flat earthers, and blah, blah, talk BS about how, it doesn't matter if there isn't cell towers around because your cell phone can just connect to the satellites to trick you and blah, blah, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Turns out those assholes are about to become true because Starlink has launched satellites that are cell phone towers in space, and they connect directly to LTE on your phone so that they can cover dead spots.
Wow.
Yeah, it's actually happening. So check one off for the conspiracy tard. But one of the things I bring this up for is these are probably lower sitting satellites, and just like Starlink and whatnot, this is just more clutter in the sky for people who like astronomy and maybe astrology. I don't know. But things like that, right? I hope we're not getting to a point where, my son will be telling his children, I remember a time when we could see Orion's belt.
No, he'd just be out like satellite spotting instead. He'd be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just be a different hobby.
Yeah. But because there's satellites and the cost of launching satellites and everything, you can expect for sure that this is going to be some high price crap for the first while. I mean, I
Yeah,
can't
maybe.
believe this will be, but they have T-Mobile in the U.S. and a couple other carriers in other countries have signed up to use this. Rogers in Canada, one of the biggest rip-off cell companies in Canada, are on board. So, yeah, my prediction of high pricing will come true. There's the proof in the pudding right there. Yeah,
Now,
so we'll see how it works.
Is this to replace cell towers?
No, it's to fill in gaps like people in like Chile and Peru and New Zealand and Switzerland and stuff are looking at this. And I can understand, like, okay, it's more expensive. I mean, you're not running cables and towers everywhere. You're launching satellites, but it's not exactly going to be for the masses in the beginning. That's,
It's certainly going to be more popular than sending telephone boxes into space.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Think of all this, the stamps that would put things on rockets that could be saved.
What?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, look, this is unscripted. We don't know what he's going to say next. Neither does he.
I wish I had the thing with me, the link, but there's this cool open mesh network thing for off-gridders and stuff that's on the market now. And the more people that get it, the bigger the mesh is, the wider the network. But it's only like text messaging and stuff because it's all on, frequencies that don't carry a lot of data and whatnot. So I think that whole product might have just got killed by this idea.
Right.
We'll have to see. Here's an image for you.
Yeah. You got time for a quick coffee? A randy couple were allegedly caught in the act of having a bonk in the toilet of a Costa Coffee, much to the disgust of an outraged mother who had entered the coffee shop with her 3-year-old daughter. The woman said... The woman said she was left astonished to find a couple enjoying a moment of intimacy in the toilets of a branch of the popular coffee chain. Not popular by me, it's a load of shit. Lovely surprise. Hang on. A lovely surprise to walk into two people having sex in Costa toilets whilst my 3-year-old daughter, also, such a delight that they left condom wrappers all over the floor. Rank.
I thought it was a mayo packet, Mummy.
There are 3 Costa coffee shops in Dunstable, although it's not clear at the time of the writing which one of the alleged incidents that took place in. So, voyeurs, you'll have to watch all 3. Thing is, what I'm disgusted about, all these people going to the Costa Coffee. It's horrible. Don't do it. It's dishwater. Disgusting. It's much better to have sex in there than drink the coffee. I'll tell you that.
Maybe they're having the coffee high club, right? You got to get it on in coffee shop bathrooms. I don't get it. Why? Like, seriously. If the drugs you take on a daily basis lead to that behavior, don't take them till you get home. It's a good thought.
Yeah.
And
don't drink Costa Coffee. Tonight's sponsors are Nero Coffee.
Now, there's a service out there called Substack, and they're responsible for a whole whack of those goddamn automated emails that we all get all the time, to the point of insanity, right? So they decided that they are not going to suspend the accounts of Nazi groups and hate groups and whatnot because they believe that free speech is more important. And when they released that information, they lost like a third of all their big accounts on the spot. So, if you happen to get very questionable, bulk mailer content in your email in the foreseeable future, you can thank these absolute fucking fucks.
Nice timing on the bleeps.
Oh yeah, sometimes you got to make sure you get these things right, because I wouldn't want to offend anybody at Substack, right?
No, but you're a idiot.
So yeah, I mean, holy hell, right? So I don't know how to find out if any of the companies that you're receiving emails in bulk from are on Substack. We'll look into that after and see if we can figure it out for you. But it would be in the best interests of common sense and good taste for the world in general if these people were, buried with a shovel and then bury the shovel just to make sure. Right? Yeah. Goodbye. Yeah. And an image that's right from Roswell. I love that.
Well, the plane's going, wee.
Yeah.
Yes. The image doesn't really match up the story, but never mind. Yeah,
it's funny.
The moon will face a huge wave of commercial landings, says Space Boffins. Whoever Space Boffins are. God, I wish they would stop using that terminology.
They don't hang out in my pub.
NASA launched a scheme designed to help commercial spaceflight undertake lunar missions. 2 commercial spacecraft are scheduled to launch this year under a scheme called the Commercial Lunar Payload Service. Probably got that in the Costa Coffee bathrooms. It's intended to kickstart a commercial transportation service that can deliver NASA experiments and feedback data. If it's successful, these missions will represent the first landings on the moon by spacecraft designed and flown by private companies.
Is it just me, or is NASA turning into more of like a venture capital hedge fund at this point? Here, we've got money if somebody else can be bothered.
Well, they're definitely becoming like an Uber of science. So pay us a large amount of money and we'll take you to the moon. So there's definitely that. But they could potentially open a new era of commercial lunar exploration and science with greater input from private companies, assuming these first few missions succeed.
Anti-Semites need not apply their wink, wink. Their
anti-Selenites, you mean?
Solenoids.
The funny thing is, the story starts off with the moon will face a huge wage of commercial. It's like a scary kind of title, but in actual fact, it's basically saying, a lot of good's going to happen. Let's go for it. What's the problem?
These AI writers just can't keep their story on track. That's what's going on here.
They want the clickbait title, and then we'll just fill it with fact afterwards. Whatever.
A story I wish was clickbait, but it isn't. Is for God's sakes, I keep doing that now. I got this weird thing where I hit the wrong button. New Jersey actually used COVID relief funds to buy banned Chinese surveillance cameras. Now, they didn't actually go, oh, we'll buy them anyway, right? A company rebranded them, but New Jersey used $15 million of COVID relief funds in the pool of money that bought cameras. Yeah.
Oopsies.
Yeah, that is not cool at all, because that's relief money. That's meant for, to actually help. It's relief, as in I woke up this morning with a hangover, puked and had a drink of water, and I felt relief, right? It's okay, maybe not my best analogy, but,
should have thought on that one a little bit.
Well, it's been one of those days.
It's not good. It's going to be one of those sort of stories with the conspiracy people, who say, the COVID vaccine and everything. It's all the government, blah blah blah, and they're going to say, look, look, they are spying on us. This is all it's all about.
Just proves they all worship spaghetti monsters.
It's not gonna help.
No, exactly. I personally, you know what? I'm not going to, because again, I was about to go somewhere I actually shouldn't. This picture blows me away. Intro it, Dunk.
Yes, a rocket plummets from the sky and crashes in a fireball explosion meters away from a house. The shocking video was captured the moment a piece of rocket debris burst into flames after crashing into a forest near a village. Look at that. Kaplump.
Yeah.
It captures the moment a piece of rocket. Hang on. It's been captured on video. I'm just going to repeat myself.
Roll the dice and go, yeah.
The debris can be seen falling from the sky and igniting a forest area near the village. Scared villagers gathered around the site thinking it was a UFO. No, it's not. It's a UCO. It's an unidentified crashing object.
Yeah. There's not a lot of flying going on in this, Yeah.
Or maybe it's a flunking UFO.
If you call that flying and you open an airline, I'm not going.
It's just called falling with style.
Yeah.
State authorities quickly investigated the incident and confirmed that the unknown object was actually waste from a rocket. Yeah, look at it. It's not the first time rocket boosters reported fall near inhabited areas. In 2019, a booster fell back after launch and destroyed a home. And China has reportedly been criticized many times for allowing the massive Long March 5 rocket to fall back to Earth naturally, causing space. Yeah, China just doesn't care.
Yeah.
China literally does not care about their rocket programs and what happens to boosters.
They don't care about their citizens because, they were like, oh, shit, we need, to let some water go because of the dam and whatnot. Okay, yeah, just take them out. It's fine. It's horrible. Dear God.
Well, at least they're stealing technology from SpaceX, so that all their boosters will be flying back and landing in the future instead of dropping onto people's houses.
Yeah. A quick thing before we're done here. So, Microsoft has decided that they haven't fucking annoyed you enough over the last few years. So they're adding a new key to the keyboard for the first time since 1994. It's the Copilot key. And what does it do? It brings up one of those goddamn annoying assistant things. So
yes, the AI.
Yeah, in response to this, Steve Wozniak, the inventor of the first Apple computer, is decided to release a special pair of needle nose pliers so you can grab that key and rip it off your fucking keyboard.
Or a hammer.
Oh, that's a good idea. Just smash the whole keyboard entirely. Hey, look at that. We got a shout out to do right before the show ends. We got, for God's sakes, Amphibious One comes in with a super chat for a couple of bucks. Tip. Just the tip.
Just the tip.
That's funny. Yeah. You expect the shaft later. Thank yous in the credits. See you soon, fellow babies. Good night.
Bye.
Big thanks to your CF Beauty, who runs everything in the background for us, like the mod team, the research team, and forums and other things and so on and whatnot. It's a huge list. On the mod team today and the research team and shit, we had BME, Shayna Caldwell, Skits Crasher, The Kraut, and Maya Atkinson's in the chat as well. Head over to her channel and check her out. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, and thanks to all the people who super chat and sending donations and all that kind of lovely stuff. It helps keep Dick Dawson in clean t-shirts. And and you can always like, share and subscribe the video. Like, share and subscribe. Yeah, do all that sort of, but share the video because we want to see lots more people in the chat. And we'll see you in the Discord and all those lovely things. Until next time, you lovely fellow babies. We'll see you in a couple of days. Oh, tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Yes, double show tomorrow. Good night.